Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the Final Fantasy VIII Let's Play, starring us people. I'm your host, Blue Highwind, representing the Final Fantasy Wiki, the greatest compendium of Final Fantasy knowledge. And with me now are three others.
Five.
I think.
This is Jim Club.
And this is Fire Knight 251.
Cool. So, last episode we did a lot of stuff in Fisherman's Horizon, and now we're going to Balam, where we will have to go and find the mysterious captain.
Okay.
You know, that intro almost made me feel important. That was cool.
But we are important. We're the greatest Final Fantasy website in existence, I think.
Yeah,
Pretty
ever
sure
since
we are.
Final Fantasy
It's true.
Compendium died, we're pretty much the reigning authority in Final Fantasy, in all things Final Fantasy.
Basically.
And it's
We are the guardians of Final Fantasy culture. Which is why I can't find my way into Balam right now.
So it goes.
I can't seem to find my way past the truck. Oh, here we go. Gotta talk to this dude.
What a way to start a conversation. You look suspicious.
I start conversations like that all the time. It's a great pickup line. Hey baby, you look suspicious. Alright, so what's happening is that Galbadia is looking for a loan, apparently across the entire world, so they're occupying every single town, including Balam, I think. Or it's just Balam. This is the only town they seem to
Yeah,
occupy.
they do have their garden right there, so there's that.
Yeah, it is floating out in sea.
Blow everybody the hell up.
Alright, so this section of the game is mostly a hide and seek. It's rather complex. If you don't have a guide, it's very difficult to do. But first, Zell needs to see his mommy.
You know, I don't even remember what we're supposed to be
I-
doing. What's the immediate objective right now?
It's to save Balam from occupation.
You just, yeah, if you don't have a guy, basically you just run around a lot until eventually something happens.
Yes.
I think I did have to go to the wiki for this part.
I just kind of kept playing for about a half hour, but luckily it's edited deeply, because we have a lot to do in this episode. Oh, there's so little to do with so much time.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
cross that, reverse it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, we can play some cards.
Oh, you want
Oh,
that
hell
cell
yeah.
card?
Hooray. Oh, you're actually doing it. I thought you were gonna skip all card games.
No, I'm gonna skip the uninteresting card games. For the ones where I win a major card, like my buddy Zell, they have to be included. But Zell is awesome. Also, Zell's mom is an idiot. She could not have picked a worse place to put that card. Now I have an unblockable wall at the top. And I've won, basically.
What rules are you playing with?
This is open and diff. So diff, since I flipped like 4, that means I get all of hers.
Okay.
See, that
Yeah,
would be
there are
nice
two
if I ever
rules
had that rule.
That are
I-
great, and then one rule that's just and then one rule that's completely terrible, run away. Direct is...
There's actually several rules that are completely terrible run away, but I'm sure I actually
Yeah, I
show
was referring
basically
to
every
trading
rule
rules, not
triple
the
triad.
basic rules.
No, trading rule
There's
too.
about 5
There's
trading rules. Yeah, direct is the
direct.
worst one. That's the one I was referring to.
Direct is the one where if you see that, you take out your gun blade and you cut the guy's head in half.
Huh.
I'm so glad I never got that in any of my playthroughs.
Oh, I get it
Yeah,
frequently.
this is the worst.
You know, the thing I hate the most about these rules is that they encourage save scumming. And I always thought that anything that encourages save scumming is the game doing something wrong. And
Yeah.
Wow, you must...
yeah, most of these rules are like that. I mean, this one rule you just used, diff. Was it diff? What happens if you had lost? What happens if you had actually lost? You'd have to reload the game because you don't want to lose your Cypher and your Zell card.
In theory, you could get them back. In theory.
It's
You can, yeah. I had to do that with my free
Yeah,
card.
it would not be easy though.
No.
but it'd be much easier to just reload the game.
Well, of course, that's what you do, unfortunately.
What is that guy
He's
doing?
sick. We'll find out why eventually. So anyway, I was told that there's a guy who hides behind the vehicle, who I thought might be the captain. So I just have to find my way behind the vehicle.
Yeah, good luck with that.
You know, the camera angle will help
no,
me
I'm
out.
sorry. No,
Yeah.
the camera angle is not willing to help you out at all.
In any square
It
game.
depends on the
Well, I mean, it's just like, oh, alright, you go, that
The
huge...
camera worked just fine for Final Fantasy 12.
Well, yeah.
game.
This is true.
I don't actually remember how well Final Fantasy 12's camera works, so I'll just take your word for it.
It's free roaming. It's beautiful.
Everything's perfect.
Final Fantasy 12 really is a perfect game. It's just-
I'm just gonna let that
Except
one go.
Penilla.
No, it's perfect. I love Final Fantasy 12. In fact, we should just stop right now. We should just play Final Fantasy 12.
Shall we not?
Yeah, I need to start again.
Alright, so now we're fighting Judge Gabrath. And this is a great scene because, you know, Gabrath and Bosch, they've had such a long, deep, interpersonal, brotherly relationship. The rivalry has just been set up since the beginning of the game, and this is definitely ending that character. I'm sorry,
yeah.
I can't do it. I can't pretend anymore.
There. It'll be okay.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Bobby.
We understand.
Oh, okay. So, I paid a lot of money to that guy to go and get a tip because I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Not that money's all that necessary in this game, though. Don't worry.
Yeah, the ultimate weapon costs like 1,000 gil to upgrade.
It costs much, much more in rare, impossible to find items, but that's something we'll be doing in episode 14. I'm that far ahead. I know exactly when everything's going to happen. I'm almost done with this game, in fact.
Just waiting on that darn human element, huh?
Basically, yes.
Oh, you poor you.
Or, in the case of people like Drakey C, the inhuman
Oh,
element.
ouch.
Oh.
Well, Drakey C, he's actually a dragon, isn't he?
I don't know on that one, actually. Oh, poor Zell. He has to actually let people in his room.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Renoa.
He has no choice.
Hey, you know,
I don't know
He's
what
better
his
at it than
big deal is
Squall
about
is.
this room. It's not that bad.
he's got porn
Yeah.
hidden away.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Also, there's
Yeah. Why
dangerous
does he have
weapons.
guns if he never
Yeah,
uses
he's got a pretty
guns?
good collection of firearms.
Because guns are cool.
Clearly.
He wants to be Irving.
But he doesn't need guns. He has his fists. His fists are way more powerful. As a matter of fact, you know what? I haven't finished this entire game, but I'm gonna have to say that considering the entire playthrough I've done, Zell is the most valuable character. He's the MVP.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, the party you have right now was my first party.
I mean, I know that Squall and Renoa theoretically can do more damage, but
That was a great segue.
Zell has actually been the one.
But
Yeah, oh, you
Renoa never did any damage.
like
Yeah,
that transition I did?
but
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was subtle.
I like using every single transition that my video editor has to
this is
offer.
understandable. Yes.
There's like
I
50 of
know.
them.
I played with them a lot when I was doing PowerPoints back in the day.
So, let me explain what's going on here. I never thought to check in this area because in the last screen, it looks like
Yeah.
nobody's here.
Tricked you.
But then when you go here, all
Oh,
of a
yeah.
sudden it's populated with people, and I'm like, oh, alright.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that guy was sick because he ate the captain's
Yeah, it
fish.
happens.
Yeah.
How could you?
Yeah, you know what? He caught the slow fish. He should have caught the fast one. now Sid is going to die. And the poor...
I just let him die
and the
every
poor
time.
captain is off a cliff someplace about to jump off.
Alright, that was cool. That was awesome. You just snuck a Final Fantasy VI reference into the game. You are my hero.
Made it so much
you,
better.
Jonathan.
Explain the reference, or should we keep it as an in-joke?
I think most of the people who are watching this are Final Fantasy
Well, that or
fanatics,
they've at least
right?
watched the Final Fantasy VI LP.
Okay.
Yeah, just refer them back to that
the
LP.
the scene where Skaith is going crazy.
Yeah, that one.
That's the one you have to watch. Which is not the scene where I go crazy at the beginning of episode 6 in this Let's Play. That's
Yeah,
a different
that's
crazy.
Just double check.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not crazy. I was actually talking to somebody. I think.
Just like you're not crazy
Of course.
because you're following a
Of
dog
course you are.
here now. The dog knows.
The dog...
We've been reduced to
The
trailing a
dog
dog.
knows the smell of the bad fish. And he'll lead me to where the captain is.
Yeah.
And there he is. The captain. It turns out it was Raijin the entire time.
Or
Who would have thought?
Ta-da!
I don't know. I feel like it should have been one of those Scooby-Doo reveals where they just pull off the mask and it's like, it was Old Man Raijin.
Old Man Raijin?
And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. And your little dog too. Oh wait, shit, I'm mixing my references.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
No, you just noticed that's fine.
Love this music.
No.
Give him a whopping. Oh, and he
No.
has to get the help of nameless soldiers. He doesn't even know their names. That's terrible.
They don't have
They
names.
might have names. You don't know.
They're fodder.
They probably have hopes and dreams at some point, but then they made the mistake of getting in my way, so they have to be killed.
Are you gonna actually kill
That's
them?
how RPGs work, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking because you
Thoroughly.
gotta kill them before they do all sorts of crazy stuff to Raijin. I think they
What do
do
you
like
mean,
protect or cure or something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they're
I thought
dead
when
now.
you said crazy stuff, I thought they were like gonna pants him or like,
Not
tickle him or
not that
something.
crazy, no.
Give him a swirly.
Captain Noogie Noogie!
No, not that crazy. A little bit less crazy than that.
Yeah, instead I'll do the crazy stuff.
Okay, so while we're at it, special trivia tip. It turns out that in this battle, if Raijin actually takes out the male party members, he won't attack the sole remaining female. Yes, he's all chivalrous like that.
So this battle was unlosable then, since I brought Renella.
Yep. Unless Renella gets knocked out before
Is that ever explained?
Squall and Zell, in which case, yeah, you might still die. But
So he's chivalrous. He won't beat up alone girls, but if girls have
yes,
dudes backing them up,
he will
he'll
still beat
them
the
up.
girls up if there are dudes around.
And that's Bushido,
I know,
man.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's get it. Raijin defeated.
Raijin defeated?
Well, you say
Exterminate.
defeated,
Baby.
but I respectfully disagree because apparently he's like a cockroach.
Oh, there he is. No, he used the Phoenix
Yeah,
down.
well, alright, fine. Do that way then.
Exterminate.
Just get rid of her now, please.
To Fujin. I like
I think there's
Fujin.
one
like her
we're
eye
supposed
patch.
to get rid of first,
I like-
but I forget which.
I like her in Kingdom Hearts too.
Oh, very important.
Yeah,
Drop
that's very
Pandemonia.
Because,
Pandemonium.
I'm sure
Pandemona.
that you, Blue, you would never accidentally
I
not
was
draw
always
a
Pandemona.
That would never
Yeah.
happen.
Pandemona? That's a cooler
Yeah.
pronunciation, actually. Alright, let's use some haste. Haste this thing up.
Well, this fight's
The
over.
fight was over before it began. Most of Final Fantasy VIII is kind of like that.
Yeah, it happens.
Rising Sun, Samurai Gunman. Well, that was the most obscure reference I've ever done,
Ever?
I think.
Yeah.
I referenced Death Rides a Horse in one of these episodes. That's pretty obscure. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And here we go. 80s time.
Oh my god.
Now, can anyone disagree with what I've done here?
No. I think this is just perfect. I'm feeling the urge to pull up my electric
Perfectly
green
okay.
pants and start doing dance.
And so unfortunately there's some bizarre glitch where the sound on the LPs is coming out through my microphone, or through my headphones, so I had to mute it. So unfortunately I can't hear the music.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Push It to the Limit from Scarface.
Yeah, I wish I could say I actually watched Scarface, but, well.
You should. That movie.
I never have either.
That movie's really
Yes,
good.
I've seen the ending though, I've seen that.
Oh.
But nothing else.
Okay. The rest of it's really good.
Did anyone notice? Did anyone notice at the end of Booyah, Zell's
it's
hair
the
like
fourth
glows
of his
really
year.
yellow?
The fourth of his 80s.
Exactly. It's the 80s.
He went Super
taking over.
Saiyan.
Zell is basically a walking 80s
He
montage.
really is.
He is.
Oh
So
god.
there we
You're
go.
right. He does start going Super
Well, I
Saiyan for a
think
second there. I've
his
never
head is
noticed.
where the shockwave is coming from, so that's why it gets all distorted like that. Yeah, see, but there it goes.
I like how it's like Flution's kind of dancing to it too for some reason. He's like, dance with me. Headbutt. Boom. it's like the world's weirdest tango.
This is terrific.
Anyway, this is gonna go on for a while, I think.
Yeah, this is like you got a lot of time on that. It must have been that your crisis level was super high.
My crisis
No, not
core
that
level.
No. Different level.
Oh no.
I think I'm level 60 in Crisis Core, but I returned that game to Blockbuster, which no longer exists anymore. I don't know what happened to my copy. And then I deleted the file because that game made me mad.
Ouch. Her defeated.
I liked it, and then I didn't like it after I got Birth by
I
Sleep.
defeated. I possessed by Queena.
Defeated. The Doctor has defeated the Daleks.